reveal the hangar.
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Investigating hostile intentions. Hostilities are afoot.
Providing a host of health.
Calculations suggest the rift modulator is on deck 2. I'll handle this. Moving on to hostile.
What's your purpose?
Mobilize. You've suffered extensive damage, Commander. Free energy if you can reach it.
As a member of the Protectorate's finest, you are granted access to euphoric stimulants. We trust your loyalty to the Protectorate shall stave off symptoms of withdrawal. How might this unit bolster or reduce your current blood volume? Note, by viewing inventory, user admits they possess foreign currency. and shall submit to inspection, interrogation, and/or violent beating by security. Displaying inventory. Reminder, any and all screams of agony will be reported to your superior. How might this unit bolster or reduce your current blood volume? Request received. Locating cruelest medical tools. Complete. Commencing medical procedure.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Negative. Recharge incomplete. Lubrification in progress.
Multiple threats.
Hostilities are afoot.
Maintaining your stamina.
Suture me up. It would improve your odds.
Alarming amount of
Wasn't so difficult now, was it? Ratcheting up my aggression. Capacitor out. Get it while it's energized.
accelerated heart rate detected. Please take 3 deep breaths before continuing. Under these circumstances, locating the access credentials or proceeding by stealth is recommended. The Rift modulator is likely located on this deck. More information may aid in its acquisition.
Are you actually authorized? Come here a moment. Be wary. I've heard there's an intruder aboard. I suppose that could be you. Forgive me. I'm still a little addled from my last refreshment. I'm going to set off an alarm, okay? Oh, is that so? I thought I'd heard those were a myth, but I suppose it's possible I hallucinated that too. The consul sent an agent to check in on us an hour ago, I thought. Forgive me, I don't intend to question his mandates, I swear. If you wish to see the modulator, you'll want to speak with Chief Scientist Montserrat. He's in the Rift Chamber. Take these credentials with you, in case you're asked. Security's become awfully stringent of late. It wouldn't do to be caught unawares. That's why I carried 2 cards, just in case. Oh, though I suppose it's just the one now. I've been trying to convince everyone I'm perfectly fine, For if I do not, I fear I might be remade as part of the new plan for Arcadia. I do not wish to be remade.
Certainly bigger than a bread box. Fortunately, the ship makes a convenient carrying case. Just need to learn how it all works together.
Howard, unit presently scheduled for rest period.
I was told that the consul had sent someone to check our progress. I assume that's you. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as a gander outside might tell you. Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait. I'm not intending to be difficult. As you might surmise, matters have been tense these past few hours, growing more so every moment. Do you grasp what's going on here? Reconstitution is not working as expected. We are dealing with twisted versions of what was once normal. It's as I've been saying for weeks, but still, this ludicrous experiment continues. And what makes you think that you have the authority to fix this? I don't know what that is. And either way, you are not the one I must convince to deviate from this mess we're in. Our situation is far more dire than it may seem. There is no proof that Rift data can be stabilized or even edited. The consul's plan will fail completely. But he no longer listens to me, which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. But I doubt he will pay it much mind. Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good. It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow. If he won't hear Mia, perhaps a third party will have more luck. Here, use this keycard on the module over there. It'll allow you to download my report and grant you access to the control deck. I hope you're able to sway him, because if you don't, we're all dead. A deck up in the control room. The console is the only one who has the means of controlling it, which makes your persuading him that much more necessary. Go now.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Schematic secured. These rift coordinates are deep into unexplored space. That contradicts most rift causation theories, or hints at more troubling implications. Best table that topic for now. We can't do anything with the rift modulator yet. Not until we deal with the console. So, shall we?
Reminder. The only way to shut down the rift modulator is by dealing with the console.
Alternatives to killing exist, but they are not without risk. You could try dissuading the consul. Sow doubt in his heart. Undermine his arguments profoundly. But if you push him too far, prepare for violence. I, predictably, am already prepared. Little boys like him usually do. Saves them from scrutinizing their actions.
Before facing the console, it is advisable to prepare yourself by whatever means you can, including but not limited to replenishing supplies and reconnaissance.
You've come quite close enough. Sentinels, if you would.
Your tampering with the rifts is against the plan. A correction is imminent, and none of us may survive it.
So passionately delivered, and yet so utterly incorrect. What you are witnessing is my saving of Arcadia, and ridding it permanently of trespassers like you. Such bravado is unbecoming when you can't make good on your promises, Commander. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
You're proud of your actions? You consider it an achievement?
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. It's only a crime in your estimation. When one clinches a decisive victory, who among the living would dare complain about the methodology? Using the very rift modulator on this ship, we will destroy Arcadia and edit the information stored within the resulting rift, all to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended. Intrepid, aren't you? Well, what's relevant is what came after. Our matriarch dissected this skip drive technology, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse, which eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future, one free of doubt and greed.
Investigating hostile intelligence.
Dispensing.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
Suffered extensive damage, Commander. Commander, throwing energy your way.
Emergency protocols ready.
Field calculations suggest the rift will soon completely destabilize. The rift modulator can be utilized to stop it, but the only way to do so is to fly it inside.
An Earth Directorate agent always has choices, including, but not limited to, extrajudicial killing.
You know, I spent decades doing everything asked of me, and I was just starting to enjoy not doing that.
Reminder, self-destructing is not permitted by this unit's programming. Addendum, tampering with this protocol will result in your Valerie unit shutting down.
If only we all shared the same programming. Well, look at you, Commander, stepping up. Didn't reckon you had it in you.
You may entrust the preservation of the schematics to this unit, Commander. Combined with the processed Rift data, these schematics will make mass production of modulators that can be operated from a safe distance possible. Acknowledged. Preserving the schematics for the following purpose: saving humanity. Good luck with your imminent death, Commander.
So, in the end, the commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Vigilant Hogarth was declared a traitor to the Protectorate, along with most other Westport townsfolk. They were judged according to the paradigm, then sentenced to be executed until dead, forever tied to the city they could not protect. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Having died at the peace talks, Augustine DeVries' treachery was never known to the Earth Directorate. She is forever remembered as the star agent who tragically went missing during her mission. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. As he rose through the Earth Directorate ranks, Niles pressed for a field directive to deploy the new Val units only when the situation posed significant risk. The policy reduced agent casualties by a significant margin. Oddly enough, in-office deaths increased by a not insignificant margin. Agent Niles Ibarra achieved the rank of commander, earning renown as a formidable agent, unafraid to challenge the status quo within the Earth Directorate. He recruited his friend Zebulon Tran to the Earth Directorate, a gesture of gratitude for not airing the Directorate's dirty laundry. Together, they vowed to reform the agency from within so it might never again bargain with authoritarian governments. Ultimately, Niles rose to the position of Secretary General. His term saw the Earth Directorate at its most popular, or, in the eyes of corporations and tyrannical governments, most feared. Utilizing what he learned alongside the commander, Tristan attempted to reform Protectorate society from within. But with no authority figure to lead its subjects, the Protectorate was a shell of its former self. With Virgil dead, Tristan became the supreme arbiter. But the Protectorate's contradictory laws proved difficult to untangle alone. Tristan was unable to evoke consistent change, and Protectorate society languished. Marisol quietly fumed over her unfinished business with Anaïs Bujold at Point Obviation. She eventually passed away in her sleep, alone and full of regret. Sovereign Varric was eventually discovered in mental refreshment in a placid and compliant state. All parties felt it would be best to leave him in the hands of the remaining Protectorate, who had the most experience with refreshment's process and victims. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. With unfettered access to skip drives, and its reputation untarnished by its still secret agreement with the Protectorate, the Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be, the ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colony served as a base to expand the agency's reach across the galaxy. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.